A long time ago, there lived an emperor who loved to spend all his money on new clothes. One day, two strangers arrived at the palace and asked to meet the emperor. They were not good men because they had a plan to deceive the emperor and take all his money. The emperor was curious and decided to see the two strangers. The two men told the emperor that they were tailors and had the power to weave the most beautiful material in the world. They told him that the cloth would have a pattern and colour never ever seen before. In fact, the cloth was so special that it would be invisible to anyone who was a fool. The emperor was so delighted that he ordered himself a suit to be made in the special material. He paid the two strangers 1,000 pieces of gold and set aside a room for them in the palace where they could work and make up the suit. After several days, the emperor sent his trusted servant to see the two strangers and to find out how the new suit was coming along. The strangers showed the servant that new suit, but the servant could see nothing, and the simple reason was that there was nothing to see, even though the strangers lied and said,
"Isn't it a beautiful suit, and what a wonderful colour?"
The servant stood in front of the empty coat hanger, open-mouthed. Then suddenly he remembered what the two strangers had said, that the suit would be invisible to anyone who was a fool. Well, he wasn't going to be known as a fool, so he said,
"I will tell the emperor that it's the most beautiful suit I've ever seen."
The time came when the emperor was told that the suit was ready for him, so he called the two strangers to show him the suit. The emperor was having dinner with the queen and 10 of his ministers when the two strangers entered the room, pretending to carry the new suit. All the ministers, not wanting to appear fools and say they could see nothing, said,
"What a truly wonderful suit!"
And the queen exclaimed,
"Never have I seen such fine cloth."
The emperor blinked and looked, and blinked again. He could see nothing. Nothing at all. "Am I a silly fool?" he said to himself. "It would certainly seem so if I admit that I can see nothing." So, not wanting to appear a fool in front of the queen and all of his ministers, he said, "Now that is what I call a beautiful suit. Just look at that lovely design. I shall wear it tomorrow at the town parade." The two strangers left the palace, leaving the suit draped over the emperor's throne. The next day, just before the town parade, the time came for the emperor to try on the new suit. Well, having put it on, he stood in front of the mirror and looked at himself. He was very worried because it appeared he had nothing on at all. He thought he was naked, but he pretended to see the suit and exclaimed to his servants how well the suit fitted him. The servants all agreed it was a perfect fit as they gazed at their naked emperor. The town parade began, and the emperor walked along the streets through the town, feeling very chilly in his new suit. Then a little boy shouted,
Look! The emperor's no clothes on!
All the people in the town laughed at the emperor and joined in, pointing at him and shouting, "He really is naked! The emperor is as naked as the day that he was born!" They must be all silly fools.